She's even in better shape this year than when we saw her a year ago.
NC State in the all-whites, Princeton from the Ivy League in the all-orange. Tip won by NC State.
You're going to see some excellent player-to-player defense on both teams, but this Princeton team, it starts with their defensive abilities.
Jada Boyd into the lane. Now kicks it to Brown Turner, and the offensive foul will be called.
Princeton is as good as it gets. When the speed and direction of the dribble is a little bit out of control, they step in and take a charge.
These are your Capital One starting lineups. Chin with Madison St. Rose, the freshman, Julia Cunningham, Grace Stone, and Ellie Mitchell. 4 returning starters from this Princeton team that made it to the round of 32 a year ago and lost by a single point to Indiana. Chin shuffles the feet.
Yeah, North Carolina State is a team, too, that is going to do a really solid job on the ball. Take a look at these players right now.
The Capital One starting lineup for NC State: Isaiah James, Jakia Brown Turner, Sanaya Rivers, Jada Boyd, and Camille Hobby. Of course, no Diamond Johnson, their leading scorer, made the trip but said she will not be available this weekend. If they advance, there is a chance she could play in the Sweet 16. Into the lane, no good. Hobby fighting for the rebound, and NC State will have another shot at it. There's the head coach of Princeton, Carla Berube, her 4th season at Princeton. Took over for Courtney Banghart, who left for North Carolina, but the national champ at UConn. And 95 under Gino Auriemma has that championship mentality. Brown Turner misses everything, gets her own rebound, but stripped away, and Grace Stone has it.
Yeah, Princeton will run when the opportunity presents itself, but they're very comfortable at putting it in the half court and then executing.
Madison St. Rose triggers the 3. Ellie Mitchell fighting for the rebound, but James comes away with it. Boyd left open, short, and Mitchell clears the glass.
Yeah, keep an eye on Mitchell. 0-0 right there. One of the finest defensive players and rebounders in college basketball.
Especially on the offensive end. She averages 4 offensive rebounds a game. Rose, the lefty, gets it to Chin. Step back, 1-foot jumper, no good. And Rivers has it.
Yeah, Rivers is the wild card to me. Keep an eye on her. She could be a difference maker.
Wes Moore earned his 800th career win against Syracuse at the ACC tournament. He said, it's been a great ride, but you gotta have players, and I have been blessed.
He probably has dealt with more injuries in this particular season. He's had great teams at UT, Chattanooga, plus at North Carolina State, and a lot of injuries he's dealt with all year.
Rivers misses everything on that 3 ball. The South Carolina transfer, just in her 2nd season of college ball. Spent the 1st year, won a national championship last year with the Gamecocks. Grace Stone gets it out wide to St. Rose.
Yeah, keep an eye on the freshman, 23 right there. Really talented young player.
Cunningham scoops it up and in. The senior gets her first bucket.
Well, Cunningham is an integral part of the leadership. You know, she's going to be a player they'll look to make plays at key times.
Skip pass to James, the southpaw. Can't get it to go. Chin is fouled in the act. Rivers.
Foul call.
Didn't think she made much contact, but Caitlin Chin is so good at getting to the foul line.
Let's look at that. You can see the weight distribution kind of coming into Chin. That always puts you want to have your weight back. It was interesting talking to Coach Moore yesterday. His teams typically are the finest at defending without, and this team's not bad. but it's just not quite to the level that he's had. His team's probably, statistically, are one of the best in the country at defending without foul.
It was fun talking to him about make him earn it. And it's so true. The free throw is the most efficient play, and
yeah,
he knows. Westmore in his 10th season with NC State. Won 3 straight ACC tournament championships, or excuse me, regular season championships, and last year's tournament championship. And this year, he said, it's been a roller coaster ride.
Really good job moving the feet right there. And look, going into the crossover, the one time you can reach successfully, pretty good job defensively right there is on crossovers, and she did a great job taking it away.
James with the quick hands, and Cunningham with her first personal.
Rivers handling the ball a lot with Diamond Johnson out. You know, she's going to enter this Wolfpack team into offense on several occasions.
Mitchell gets her hands on the ball, deflects it, and NC State is still scoreless. This Princeton defense only gives up 52 a game. Back cut, Greystone, and a bucket.
That's number 10.
Really good read on that situation. This Princeton team will take advantage of space, especially on backdoor cuts.
Into the game now, Mimi Collins gets the first score for NC State at the 6:06 mark.
Number 10.
Mitchell is look at her spread out and defend right there. Does a great job. Her length is deceiving, and her athleticism is absolutely real. But you got to love that backdoor cut right there, rewarded with a beautiful pass.
So many teams around college basketball run what's called the Princeton offense.
Yeah.
From a long time ago. That's a good back cut. And Collins completes the three-point play. A 6'3" grad student. A year at Tennessee, went to Maryland for 3 years, and now in her first season with the Wolfpack. St. Rose, the only new starter from this Princeton team that won the Ivy League a year ago. Great pocket pass there. Ellie Mitchell on the board.
Beautiful pick and roll. And I'll tell you, Mitchell just great on that dive. Has good hands to finish. When she can score along, and she's going to create play defensively, she's very, very special.
Collins in the lane and scores over the smaller defender. That is a mismatch. Princeton is smaller on the interior.
Yeah, Mimi giving him good minutes off the bench. This is not a deep North Carolina State team. NC State has been hit by injuries, but they do have effective players coming on.
Greystone, the three is good. She is their leading three-point shooter this season. That's number 44 on the year.
Just excellent on pick and pops. Gets her feet set. She can knock the three down consistently.
Rivers, step back. That is high level.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Shot making is something that makes NC State much better, and Rivers has the ability to do that.
Yeah, there's no stopping that fadeaway jumper when you're 6'1" and a guard. Greystone left open, looking for her second three, short. And River Baldwin, the 6'5" grad student, onto the floor with the board.
Baldwin could be a key here. Brings real size to their lineup, especially some interior scoring.
Westmore going with the big lineup, 6'5" and 6'3" on the floor at the same time for NC State. You mentioned they don't have a lot of depth. They have only 8 healthy bodies total.
Right.
Good hands, knocking that one out. Madison Hayes.
Ball checking in for Princeton.
Oh, the basket is loosened up on both ends. Princeton getting the 3 ball from Stone, and they've got the early 11-7 lead here in Salt Lake. The NCAA Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Salt Lake City hosted the NBA All-Star Game a couple of weeks ago, and now hosting the first 2 rounds of the NCAA Women's Tournament. The Princeton men, well, they're already feeling good. The 15-seeded Tigers knocking off the 2-seed Arizona Wildcats. Their first time on the men's side advancing to the second round since 2011.
And talking about advancing, we all remember Princeton last year against Kentucky winning that opening round on the women's side.
Knocking off Kentucky when they were a 6th seed, and Chin at the buzzer hits rim, so no violation, but James with the carom.
Yeah, good contest by NC State. They do a good job of staying in plays. And that's very, very key against this Princeton offense.
Baldwin trying to post up the smaller Mitchell, gets it inside, double team immediately, and then poked away. Maggie Connolly, the first sub on the floor for Princeton. St. Rose, jumper's no good.
Rivers with the ball right here. See Princeton kind of congesting the lane. They're going to make NC State make a few jump shots. All the closeouts, you love their closeouts with their hands high, but they are congesting the lane.
Inside the lane, and it is an and one opportunity for Mimi Collins.
Well, Mimi has come into the game and really delivered. Again, she is playing at the proper offensive speed. Look at her work right there. Good pin. Love the concentration in the finish. Yeah. Take a clap on that. You made a dent in this game already.
Mimi Collins off the bench, 7 points in the books, 3 of 4 from the floor, and make it 8 with the made free throws. So immediate impact for Wes Moore and the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Coach Moore's got to love that. That's exactly what he needs. Some shot-making ability, some confidence, coming off the bench.
Princeton does not have a starter over 6 feet tall, and Wes Moore going big here, 6'5", 6'3" front line. Chen kicks it to Cunningham, 3-ball, good.
Cunningham is just so steady. Deep into the possession, he got her feet set, and again, that corner 3, something that Princeton does very well.
Princeton now 2 of 5 from deep. Baldwin, 5-inch advantage, double team comes, she kicks it over to Hayes, and she gets the bucket. Points in the paint starting to add up for NC State.
Yeah, and Princeton immediately double teaming in the post. Great job of moving the ball, hard cut, lay the ball in. NC State well prepared for the double.
Chen using the Mitchell screen and now gets it taken away. Madison Hayes with the theft.
Yeah, Hayes doing a great job of anticipating the kick out.
Rivers, oh, that is beautiful, but misses the shot. She was open at the rim.
Yeah, she can really go north-south on the bounce.
Chen, foot on the line, just a 2. Could have been a 3, but the sneaker touching that line.
Yeah, Chen plays big minutes, but boy, does she deliver. If she gets that kind of time and space, she will have a day.
James, the lefty, draws the foul.
Chen doing a good job here. Beautiful kick. And look how her hands were ready right there. Chen putting it right on the money. But I love when she's got that kind of time and space, put 3 on the board, go to the other end and defend, because she's going to make it.
Well, it only counts for 2, but it was as close to 3 as you're going to get.
That's true. Got to get that foot back a little bit, Alicia.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she could get 3.
I know. Who knows? In a game like this, it could come down to
it. This is a quality game.
Brown Turner into the lane, and her floater is good.
Yeah, Brown Turner's important. She needs to give them that periodic scoring. Missing Johnson, and they've had to play without Johnson, so this is not new. But she was the player who delivered a lot of those moments.
And Cunningham for Princeton picking up her 2nd personal on that foul on the other end. Something to watch for. Mitchell, defender falls down.
Oh, I love that.
She makes it in.
Mitchell's presence offensively. I mean, she's a game changer defensively. If she does those type of things offensively, bonus.
River Baldwin One of the best at drawing charges at 6'5". She feels any contact and she's going to go to the deck, and that time she left Mitchell open because she did not get the call. Mitchell with 4 points to go with 4 rebounds for Princeton. Out wide, Hayes open, and her 3-ball is true.
Well-designed play, beautiful pass.
Chen, good if it goes just off the rim. Back and forth first quarter, good action here in the 7-10 game. NC State without Diamond Johnson. And they have a tough matchup against the Ivy League champs. A 1-point game. The Tigers in the lead here in Salt Lake. Well, why do we love March Madness? For moments like this. Last year, NC State in the Elite Eight versus UConn. Time winding down, 0.3 on the clock, and Jakia Brown-Turner nails it. Look at this, the inbounder Westmore dialing up the play, coach. They went into double overtime and then fell to the hand of UConn, a trip to the Final Four on the line. Huge moment for Brown-Turner. But they ultimately fell short of that Final Four, made it to the Elite Eight. But boy, what Westmore has done at NC State has been fantastic.
Fantastic, and I'm sure Coach Moore, we actually talked about that game, and he's not sure he had watched it or not, but that was one of the finest basketball games that I'd ever seen when we watched those two go at each other. Yeah, he's had an amazing career, and his teams are just so sound at both ends of the court.
There's Grace Stone, too strong on the jumper. And Mimi Collins with the rebound.
How about this? 13 of the 17 points off the bench for NC State. Collins contributing to that, and Hayes with the other 5.
Here's Brown-Turner. And James goes down hard. Hope she's okay. A non-contact, just kind of lost her footing, and NC State, they have just been dealing with so many injuries. He's grabbing at that left ankle area. Isaiah James, the 5'9" sophomore, had never started a game, and you see her just step on the foot of the defender. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Every hooper has done that, and I don't know about you, but you can just feel it.
No, and unfortunately, NC State has had a lot of those occurrences throughout the season. And it's a testament to the fact that they may be down to 7 players here.
You hope that she can walk this off. She'd never started a game until Diamond Johnson got hurt with an ankle injury, and she's come in and had over 30 minutes in 4 of the last 5 games, averaging 11 points per game, and she's really electric. She has given the Wolfpack fans a lot to cheer about, despite the fact that Diamond Johnson, their leading scorer, has been able to go, but now 7 healthy bodies available for Westmore and NC State. Kick to Collins over the top of the defense, and good.
Yeah, Rivers able to run the offense from that. Collins again doing a great job of moving without the basketball for a primetime finish.
And now the NC State defense in position forces the turnover. Mimi Collins in double figures off the bench. And we have just started the second quarter.
They may not have a bench in terms of numbers, but the quality of what they're doing in this game is profound.
And that size advantage in the paint is noticeable. Mitchell, the Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year the last 2 years in a row, swipes it away. Cunningham, feet set, good.
Boy, just really good execution in the early offensive phase right there. Cunningham setting up, Chen drawing just enough congestion for the pitch and 3.
Stone deflects it. Julia Cunningham already with 2 made threes. She's got 8 points. She's almost at her season average, just 9 points per game.
And this Tiger team, they are not what you would call a fast break team, but they are opportunistic. When they play out of their defense and they have the ability to get a moving defense or numbers. They're pretty efficient.
Brown Turner can't shed the defense. Rivers will just rise up. She can get that jumper anytime she wants it. It's just a matter of knocking it down.
Prime time block out by Grace Stone. I mean, I had to note that. That was persistent. And now she delivers the pass inside.
Mitchell gets her shot blocked. And now Stone kicks it out to St. Rose. A collision. And you know, if River Baldwin is in the area, there's either a charge or a block coming.
Yeah, that's tight. You see a little bit of approach into the space of the dribbler, but that was close.
Baldwin, the 6'5" grad student, started her career at Florida State. Cunningham double screen set for her, and that three ball is off the mark.
Yeah, a little elevator action on the baseline out of bounds. Good look.
Down low, Hobby onto the floor now. Camille Hobby at 6'3".
Yeah, Hobby is an important player. Look at her pinning there. She can be a difference maker. She could get some shot making ability in the paint for NC State.
And first foul on Ellie Mitchell. Ellie Mitchell at just 6 foot tall has had to check 6'5", and now the 6'3" Hobby. And an offensive foul called away from the ball. That's going to go against Camille Hobby, her first.
That's her first.
Just a great job of reading speed and direction. Just a little bit out of control. They're going to step in. That, I'm not sure about that call.
Cunningham had the lane, couldn't finish. And St. Rose there to grab it. Mitchell beats Hobby, and then the shot off the mark.
Pretty good defensive possession for NC State.
Down low, Boyd with the post up, and the paints in the point are adding up for NC State.
Yeah.
And their bench has outscored Princeton 15-0.
Yeah, good break, early work in the post. I like seeing Rivers making those type of decisions with the basketball.
Talk about the short bench due to the injuries, and yet the depth right now for the Wolfpack is the difference.
Yeah.
We got a foul call.
And that offensive foul against Ellie Mitchell, her second. And that's the end of the floor you don't want. The NCAA Women's Championship continues tomorrow with more first-round games. Continues through Sunday, April 2nd, when we crown a champion in Dallas, Texas. Every game on the ESPN family of networks. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. It is all tied up here in first-round action from Salt Lake City. The 7-seed NC State Wolfpack and the 10-seed Princeton Tigers. Boyd in the lane, whistle blows, count it. A three-point opportunity for Boyd.
Princeton bench, you can see reacting to this play. They thought they had a charge here. They thought they had it at that point. And that, for good reason. That's a little bit debatable.
Grace Stone getting called for her second personal. So Stone has 2, Cunningham has 2, and Mitchell has 2.
Yeah.
And Princeton does not go deep on their bench.
No.
Something to look for here with 6:10 to go before halftime.
Just the type of game we expected.
Julia Cunningham steps into the lane. The free throw missed, and another opportunity coming. Boyd, the 6'2" senior from Petersburg, Virginia, gets that one to go.
North Carolina State doing a good job in the second quarter here. A tempo very, very friendly to the way they want to play.
Stone working on Boyd, takes contact and will head to the line.
Stone's been effective different ways. She gets to the elbow in those situations. People know she can shoot the three, but that was a direct line drive, using her left hand. You like all those things.
One more shot.
That was the first personal on Boyd, third team foul. And Grace Stone knocks in a pair.
The Wolfpack cannot afford foul trouble to go with the limited numbers that they're also dealing with.
James is not on the bench. Oh, Brown Turner comes away wide open.
Number 11.
And Boyd finds her.
Yeah, Boyd doing a great job. That curl cut by Brown Turner, that's something we saw them work on yesterday. Executed perfect.
Cunningham straight line drive, nobody home, and she gets two.
Cunningham is the best example of playing at the right speed offensively. She's like a 7 on a 10 scale. Not too fast, but fast enough. And she has always seemed to be in the right spot.
She is at her average already, double figures at 10 points. Boyd getting called for the charge.
An offensive foul call.
And she puts her hands in the air.
NC State number 5, Jada Boyd. That's
Asking
her second personal.
For clarification from our officiating crew.
Princeton
Grace
ball.
Stone getting in the way to take that charge. Melissa Barlow, Nikesha Thompson, and Bruce Morris, our officials here today. 116 officials make the postseason, just like the players. They get called to play at the next level. It's their turn to do their craft. This is an honor for all of the officials here in the postseason as well. Chen, pull-up jumper. That is her move, but couldn't connect. And now a fight for the rebound. Paige Morton onto the floor.
NC State ball,
and it is a tie-up. We've got
Timeout
timeout on the floor, a 1-point Wolfpack lead.
Coming up at the Half Degree in the studio alongside Monica McNutt, Nikki Fargas, I'm Kelsey Riggs, and we started the day with an overtime thriller. We ended the day with an overtime thriller as well. Plus, we had one team saying, hey, you know what? Let me go triple digits, 100-point game.
What's the clock?
Come on. I don't know if we're going to make it there in this game, but NC State, their bench is really performing well.
Yeah, and they need that. Obviously, this is a team that has had to battle injuries over the course of this season, and so they're getting the production that they need. They got to go deep.
And Cunningham and Stone has really done a nice job for Princeton, keeping them close in this game.
1-point game, NC State up at the break. But look at all of this good stuff we have coming your way at the half. Stick around.
Kelsey, Monica, Nikki, yes, thanks. Long day for you ladies, doing a fantastic job. Hayes triggers a three, and it's good.
Great play coming out of the timeout. Hayes again. Play off the bench for NC State has been outstanding.
A jumper off from Stone and Rivers. Eyes up. Hobby in the lane. Brown Turner, three ball, that's good. Back-to-back threes for NC State out of the timeout.
Yeah, a lot of confidence, playing out of their defense, good spacing. When NC State knocks shots down, that's a very good sign.
That jumper good off the bench. Paige Morton, finally a bucket off the bench for Princeton. It's 18-2 now in favor of the Wolfpack. Rivers loses one defender, too strong on the baseline jumper. Chen, right at the bucket, rolls around and off.
Wow. Play going up and down the floor right now. You know, teams a little bit of confidence, especially NC State knocking in those 2 threes. You can see them, the floor, the basket seems a little bit bigger.
Hobby looking in the paint, left hand off the window is good.
Yeah, great job by Hobby. You know, it's a wonderful counter move, left hand, to the basket and finish.
Her mom and dad here in the stands. Her dad, Marion Hobby, is the defensive line coach with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Go Bengals.
The Ohio guy.
Ohio guy had to say that. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Back to the game. All right, but Chen with the ball, you can see.
Her jumper so needed for Princeton as NC State felt like they were starting to pull away, and she pulls Princeton right back to within 5.
I would not be surprised to see Princeton go to a little more ball screens for Chen, because boy, she operates so well out of that, brings out her passing ability and her finishing.
Hayes driving into the hoop. Tough take, and she gets it to go.
Yeah, real boost. Hayes is another one. You know, Collins has stepped up. Now Hayes has really delivered energy for the Wolfpack.
Collins with 10, now Hayes in double figures with 10 as well. This Princeton defense only gives up 52 a game. NC State already has 36. Grace Stone's jumper is in the bucket.
Yeah, Stone has really been solid for the Tigers.
Rivers slicing through the defense and will head to the line.
Princeton foul number 5, Paige Morton. That's her first personal foul.
The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship continues on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV with the start of the second round tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. For more information on tournament game times and networks, go to ncaa.com. Sanaya Rivers, 6'1" point guard, the sophomore out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Going back to her home state after spending a year at South Carolina. She was the Gatorade National High School Player of the Year in 2021.
Princeton happened to play a lot of this second quarter without Mitchell. Mitchell with 2 fouls. You can see them. They're going to take her into the third quarter with 2.
Cunningham, she has 2 personals as well.
Yeah, Mitchell's back on the floor now.
Chen, shot clock at 6. That one goes, rattles in this time.
Yeah, Chen able to play off of the ball screen. Boy, she creates so well. Very, very graceful on the finish.
Princeton cuts the lead to 4. Hobby, no double team comes, 1-on-1 against Mitchell, and she goes right over the top of the defense.
Yeah, Mitchell very disciplined, does not want to pick up that 3rd foul. Good finish inside.
Cunningham wide open in the lane on the back door.
Cunningham is such a key to the Tiger attack. Just seems to be in the right place at the right time. Can finish in various ways. Boy, does a lot of great early work without the basketball.
Cunningham now with 12 points, leading all scorers. Brown Turner. That jumper is off. The freshman Madison St. Rose takes a look at the clock, gets the ball to Caitlin Chin, the Ivy League MVP. They will play for the final shot of the half. Rivers picks her pocket. She's got time to go the distance. And she does. Defense to offense. And Rivers fired up. The sophomore with the pick. And going coast to coast. It's a 6-point NC State advantage at halftime over Princeton. We'll send it to the studio. Kelsey, Monica, and Nikki. At Capital One in Salt Lake City, we have a good one between the 7-seed NC State and the 10-seed Princeton. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field in the first half. And we expect this one to go down to the wire. Hi, everyone. I'm Elise Wood. We're joined by Dan Hughes. And this first half, we talked about the depth of NC State. They're missing Diamond Johnson. They had Isaiah James go down in the middle with an ankle injury, and yet their bench outscores Princeton's 20-2.
Yeah, quality in place of quantity, and just amazing energy off the bench. Started with Mimi Collins. She got in the game, and she was delivering from the moment she stepped on the court. Great job of moving without the basketball, use screening as a vehicle to get open, and finished regularly through the first half.
We talked about how they got to the middle of the floor. Another bucket from Collins. 10 points, 4 of 5 in the first half. Julia Cunningham, the senior for Princeton, cashing in a couple of 3 balls. She's at or above her average already. 12 points for the senior.
Yeah, just timely. A lot of early works here, get open on that. She is just so steady and a real leader for the Tigers.
NC State in the second quarter was 10 for 13 from the floor. This is a Princeton defense that was one of the best in the nation in the regular season. They only give you up 52.5 points per game. They only give away 31% from 3, or make it 28% defensively. And yet NC State was ripping the nets up in the first half. Clock issue as we get underway in the second. Carla Berube.
And it's been that kind of year. Coach Berube talked to us about how they lost their first 2 conference games and then had to climb all the way back to the top. And I'll tell you what she did. She gave us a song. She gave me Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
The Climb is now on Dan Hughes' playlist. And
I had to go listen to it. It's an
Oh, it's
oldie but a
good.
goodie.
It's good, man. It's good.
And the good news is you saw Isaiah James got taped up at halftime, and she will be available in the second half, although not starting the second half here for NC State. Whistle, and that foul
Foul for the shot, number 5, Jada Boyd. That's number
against
3
Jada
on
Boyd, and that's her 3rd personal.
Yeah, it's an important factor to watch. The ability to deal with foul trouble is something that obviously Princeton doesn't. North Carolina State does not want to deal with.
Stone's 3 ball rattles out.
I think Rivers has done a pretty good job handling the ball, you know.
Ellie Mitchell all the way at the top of the key
Knocked out of bounds.
to hedge on the high screen, and then hustling all the way back to deflect that. 2-time Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year everywhere.
No, she's really fun to watch, and especially defensively. I mean, a very aggressive, long, oh my gosh, long, quicker foot, and you can see the turnover caused here.
Julia Cunningham with the steal. And now kicks it to Stone, feet set, 3 ball is true.
Stone's been really a key for them as well. I think she's very steady. It's got herself in position. She scored on the inside. She's also scored from 3.
That's her second made 3 ball. She's got a dozen points. Good hands getting it away from the big Camille Hobby. And now there's numbers. Chen going right at the bigger Rivers, and a high arcing shot off glass and in.
Beautiful finish, you know, from a difficult position.
That was a creative finish by Chen. And Princeton pulls to within 1. They've scored all 5 here in the third quarter. Boyd, baseline jumper too strong, and St. Rose climbing the ladder to grab that rebound and get fouled.
Just a great job of penetration. You know, and defensively, that's a pretty good job. You try to get good point guards outside the lane with both feet, but just a creative finish.
You see that thing hit off the white on the top of the backboard. Like, not the actual top, but
That would get an H in a horse game, I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you, that's a tough shot by Chen.
Yeah.
Hand off to Cunningham, thought about the 3, instead puts it on the ground, reverse spins, it won't go. And Collins with the rebound.
Rivers really directing the offense here, and I think she's done a very solid job of getting them into offense. And it's been shown with the field goal percentage they've shot.
Mitchell tying up Baldwin, and last touch by River Baldwin. So another defensive play by Allie Mitchell.
Oh, they can go one-on-one with Mitchell. You know, there's not that multiple congestion coming down. She is such a solid and long defender.
And then Chen with a Baseline jumper, and Princeton takes the lead. They have scored 7 straight here in the third quarter. And out of halftime, it is all Tigers.
We're going to a media timeout.
Wes Moore says, I need a timeout. Princeton coming out on fire to start the second half. We are back in Salt Lake City, Utah, the 2 seed, the highest seed in their program history. Alyssa Peely, how about a career-high 33 points? The Pac-12's leading scorer and most outstanding player putting in work today, and the Utah Utes advance.
Oh, she was good in all levels of offensive play. Passed it well, rebounded it well, and wow, did she score in the block.
Yeah, 8 rebounds, 8 assists to go along with those career-high 33.
Some adjustments this Tigers team, I think, made at halftime. You're seeing them relying a little more on individual defense, a little less congestion, and I'll tell you, it's paying off right now. Less closeouts, and they've been able to kind of 7-0 run to start the third quarter.
NC State has not scored in the third quarter, the largest run for either team. Right now by the Tigers, trying to make it 10-0, and Grace Stone sticks it.
Boy, Stone does a good job, and I'll tell you, they have become a team that is moving the ball well, putting NC State in closeout after closeout. The ball movement's just been excellent for Princeton.
A 10-0 start to the third quarter for Princeton. Baldwin, short, gets her own rebound, and will head to the line.
Foul call on number 23, Madison St. Rose.
Coming out, drive,
That's her second
kick
personal
back,
foul.
and see, that's, to me, I got a feeling Coach Berube talked about screening, because they have just really screened possession after possession, and you just saw it right there for the 3.
Ellie Mitchell was the one that got in the way, had her feet set, and Grace Stone had all day to size that one up and knock down her third 3-ball of the game. She's got 15 points. River Baldwin breaks the NC State drought. Stone looking for her 4th 3. Too much on that one, but Mitchell with the offensive rebound. Mitchell now has 6 rebounds. She averages 11. Shot clock at 5. The freshman, St. Rose, puts it up there, rattles it off.
Yeah, NC State, good defensive possession. Princeton's doing a good job early here and not allowing that middle penetration. That really broke down a lot of principles of what they do, and they have done a great job. Haven't seen a drive in the middle of the floor yet.
Baldwin gets the steal, and the pass down low is perfect.
Yeah, Rivers really doing a good job of getting her teammates empowered. You know, she's done a good job stepping in for Diamond Johnson and kind of running the offense for NC State.
Now a 4-0 run by NC State, and we are knotted at 45. Cunningham in the lane will head to the line for 2. She's fouled in the act.
Number 11.
Cunningham has just done so many things to get herself open, and she is a shot maker. But whether it's a back cut, whether it's a relocation, whether it's using a screen, boy, she has just really played the game in an intelligent way to get herself open so that she can be a scorer.
Cunningham knocks down the first, and good to see for NC State. Isaiah James onto the floor, the 5'9" sophomore, left after stepping on a Tiger's foot, turning that ankle. We'll see if she can be productive.
Yeah, we'll pack up to 8 players, but that 7 were pretty mighty in the first half.
Grace Stone accidentally popping Collins in the face. She'll pick up the personal. Collins with the pretty green fingernail polish here on St. Patrick's Day. Coach, you got a pinch? You didn't wear any green today?
I got a little bit on the pin, you know. But yeah, you know, my wife told me, "Dan, you got to get some green."
Will you listen, Dan?
I know
Come
I should have, but you know what? We got such a good game here. I'm just going to move into that. But
This is Collins, baseline jumper. Ooh, that was nice.
That's just tough. That's just good offensive finish. Princeton definitely, I think, contesting, but good offense will win.
She is 5 of 6, her season high, 19 points, also her career high at Georgia earlier this year. Foul on the floor, and will go against Collins.
Mimi Collins.
Just a good job of catching in here. Show us that little turnaround. Oh, hold to follow through. We got a great one, 47-47.
A Women's Championship is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Downtown Salt Lake City, round 1 action coming from the University of Utah. We were inside the Huntsman Center today. The University of Utah already advancing, and now one of these two, Princeton or NC State. And these are the longest active win streaks in women's basketball. Carolina getting another one. South Carolina with their 39th win. South Dakota State 22, Vermont, Toledo, and Princeton with that 15-game win streak through the Ivy League. All tied up. Cunningham wide open on the out-of-bounds play. Can't get it to go. And Mimi Collins has possession. Gives it to James. Baldwin open underneath, blocked. And a foul against the Wolfpack. Back and forth action out of that timeout.
For North Carolina
Boy,
State.
Baldwin in great real estate, unable to finish. Got a piece of the ball. That's Mitchell's impact defensively. It's just all over the board. She is such a difference maker. You know, she's got that effect defensively to absolutely energize and make some defensive plays that turn into offensive end.
First foul on Isaiah James, and so Grace Stone will head to the line with.
She has been really impressive too. You're looking at Stone right there. Talk about impressive. I saw a clip of her and her mother singing the national anthem, I believe. Sang before senior day. So not only is she talented on the basketball court, she can sing.
The senior from Glen Cove, New York, does it all on the court. Now you're telling me she sings?
She sings
Coach?
too.
That is impressive. One of the many seniors for Princeton that took that off year so they could play all 4 seasons. The Ivy League does not grant a COVID year. They do not grant redshirt years. So if they wanted to play on the floor for 4 years for the Tigers, they had to take a gap year during COVID. And she and Julia Cunningham, 2 of the seniors that are out there right now that chose to do that. Double team comes, and Mitchell with the steal.
What a playmaker defensively Mitchell is.
Oh, right off the hands of St. Rose, turnover, and NC State gets it right back.
Yeah, one of the few things Cunningham hasn't delivered on in this game right now. Just needed that one more moment of seeing defense.
Rivers telling Collins, come get it. James the southpaw. Here's the contact. 8-away jumper is good.
Yeah, James able to penetrate to the middle, lands on 2 feet. That's the first dribble penetration the Tigers have given up into the lane this 3rd quarter.
That's her first bucket. James moved into that starting role with no Diamond Johnson and has had some big games. Career high 20 in her first ever start at Virginia Tech. St. Rose misses everything. Cunningham able to save it right to Mitchell. 2 on the shot clock. Stone off the back iron. Chen grabs the old board and she'll head to the line. That's a hustle possession there for Princeton.
Sanaya Rivers. That's her second.
This is what happened in the first half. Ooh, that just gives me the prickly heat seeing that ankle turn, but she's back out, and that's high level there.
Yeah, we're glad to see her back on the court. And I'm sure the Wolfpack is too. Putting their bench numbers now at 3 that they can call on.
Just 8 healthy bodies for Westmore. They have been plagued by injuries. And even the players that are here today, many have gone in and out of the lineup with missed games.
Yeah, the Tigers going into a little 2-2-1 here. You know, got a feeling they're wanting to take some time off the clock.
Dumps it down to Baldwin. And they say she shuffled her feet, and it's a turnover.
Yeah.
Princeton's defense changing it up and getting what they wanted, a turnover.
Yeah, just trying to speed up the Wolfpack a little bit to where the ball's not in the hands of exactly when the orchestration. Westmore's done a pretty good job offensively, kind of getting the ball in the right spots. Without Diamond Johnson, that's not the easiest thing to do.
St. Rose takes off. Too much on it, and Rivers has the rebound. St. Rose hustling back and deflects it, but it will remain NC State ball. I love the adjustments between these two coaches, Carla Berube and Wes Moore, out of the timeouts.
Excellent coaches.
Changing it up. This has been fun.
Look at the second effort. That second effort to get into play.
Madison Hayes had it. It gets deflected. So Princeton ball in a 1-point lead. Cunningham, feet set, too strong. James will just pull it. Hobby pulls in the offensive rebound, and Mitchell will get called for the foul reaching in. That's the third on Ellie Mitchell, so she's in the danger zone here with 2:15 to go in the third.
Well said, but Hobby did such a good job of what I call offensive recovery. She literally pinned for the offensive rebound. You can see it right here. See that early work right there, using her strength to put Mitchell at a disadvantage, causing Mitchell to have to overextend and pick up her third foul.
And that had a lot of ball on that Mitchell reach in. And Hobby will head to the line, leaves the first one short.
Yeah, Mitchell's very important that she be able to play with 3 fouls.
Hobby knocks the second one down, splits the pair. 85% free throw shooter for the big.
Yeah, Chen's been impressive in the third quarter too. She has really stepped up. I think she's slowed down a little bit, used screens better, and you can see.
She pulls the jumper and then tracks down the miss.
She hasn't done a bad job offensive rebounding either. That's her second one right there, of the quarter.
4 rebounds total, 3 ball coming. And couldn't cash that one. Rivers with another rebound. Brown-Turner, that's all net. And NC State takes a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Brown-Turner, great job using the skip pass in early offense and stepping up and knocking the 3 down.
Chen, nifty move, won't go. NC State looking to make it a 2-possession game here, just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Princeton 0 for their last 10 from the field. And the offensive foul, that was a big call because that could have been Ellie Mitchell's 4th personal. Instead, it's Hobby's 2nd.
Yeah, I think Mitchell does a really good job here, knowing what she's got and then selling it to the official. And I think that's a good call. You know, that was an exaggerated call. I think Mitchell just played good defense.
Backdoor, Chen open, and Brown-Turner forced to foul. That is exactly how you do it when you're getting denied on the wing.
Yeah, and knowing the Chen. Take a look at the extended defense, see? Oh, I love that plant, that weight distribution and separation on the backdoor. Chen able to get to the foul line.
That's the 3rd on Brown-Turner, so Wes Moore will come get her, and Madison Hayes is now on the floor.
Caitlin Chen now, she's shooting 2 shots.
Caitlin Chen loves going to the foul line. Went 103 times entering this game at the point guard spot. And that's a big part of her game. And these are her 6th and 7th. And she splits a pair.
I think the Wolfpack done a good job of kind of gaining a little momentum as this quarter went on.
Maggie Connolly on the floor, and she gets called for the foul on the ground.
Princeton number 12, Maggie Connolly, that's her 1st personal foul.
That's just her 1st.
Foul was on the drive before the shot. NC State ball on the baseline.
So baseline out of bounds. Ooh, push off there, yeah, extending the elbow. James trying to shed the defender, but you could see her arm extend here.
Yeah, James just a little bit out of control in that situation, and Princeton's excellent at taking advantage when they see speed in the direction of the dribble, a little bit out of control.
Chin. This is the senior Maggie Connolly, another lefty on the floor. And that one over the top of the rim, looking for contact. Instead, it'll be a turnover. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. A 2-point Wolfpack lead.
Yeah, watch Rivers in this situation. She can be creative. Only 8 seconds to create a play.
Gets all the way into the rim, draws contact.
Yep.
3 seconds remaining here in the third.
Well, she is so fun to watch athletically. When she really has the ability to go north-south, the real estate she gets to, and you're seeing it right there, is priceless.
Sanaya Rivers, a true sophomore in her second season of college hoops. And she can go downhill in a hurry. She had a move yesterday at practice, and both of you and I went, woo!
Yeah, we did enjoy that. You know, if she continues to develop her skill, that's the key. Boy, there's no, and I like her decision making with the ball in her hands. And if she can develop that catch and shoot opportunities and that one bounce finishes.
Chen at the buzzer, no good. And so we head into the final quarter of play here in first round action from Salt Lake City. And it is a 4-point NC State advantage. Princeton started on a 10-0 run to the quarter, but NC State stabilized and they have a 4-point lead. The NCAA Championship Final Four weekend starts March 31st with a Final Four and continues Sunday, April 2nd when we crown a champion. Every game is on the ESPN family and networks. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. And all roads this year head to Texas, Dallas to be exact, but we are in the Greenville 2 region. So the winners here in Utah will head down. The winner will head to Greenville, South Carolina. The other region, Seattle. And we will meet for the Final Four on March 31st with the champion crowned on April 2nd. Sanaya Rivers and the NC State Wolfpack with a 4-point lead to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Rivers with the ball in her hand, 5 assists, only 3 turnovers. Forced into this with the diamond injury, but boy, she's done a solid job of moving the ball.
Skip pass to Boyd. Gets it to James, loses St. Rose, and then Boyd wide open. Oh, that was nice.
Wow. Wow, very alert finish in a low shot clock.
Just losing the defender. And it's a 6-point advantage for NC State. Chen, no good. Rivers up high for the rebound.
9th rebound for Rivers. She's done a great job on the glass as well.
James, that would have been big. Hayes there and then tied up by Gray Stone.
Possession arrow shows Princeton ball.
Woo.
And you got to love the awareness to see defense and see a cutting teammate.
I love it. They call that, what, the Wizard of Jaja is what they call that?
Yes.
Foul called.
Isaiah James,
number 5, Jada Boyd.
all ACC freshman team a year ago. In limited minutes, made SportsCenter top 10 in the NCAA tournament debut on a drive in the lane. She's putting on a little highlight there too. That's the 4th foul on Jada Boyd though. So with 8:50 to go in this game, she's gonna have to take a seat. Stone into the lane, rolling out.
Yeah, after the early run in the 3rd quarter, the Wolfpack continued to kind of gain momentum in their play. Playing out of their defense very successfully.
Well, and that right there by James, just putting her head down and going. Her athleticism has been a problem, as has NC State's. Princeton has already given up 57 points. They only give you up 52 on average in a game.
Yeah, I think the ability to attack a moving Princeton defense, like in early offense, you see in James, and they've done a good job. The Wolfpack has played in the middle of the floor, and they have created dribble drives and attacks in that area.
James misses both free throws, though. The 3rd foul going against Cunningham of Princeton. Chen looking for the reverse, up and off the rim. And who's there for the rebound? Rivers.
Yeah, double digits rebound. That was her 10th right there. She has really done a good job rebounding the basketball.
With her 5 assists to go with it. Hobby spin move, won't go. And then Grace Stone getting tangled up, and so the foul will go against Camille Hobby, her 3rd.
Second team foul here in the 4th quarter.
Coming down, great congestion on that drive right there. Strong rebound. Princeton just had a hard time scoring. You know, they came out in the 3rd quarter and really kind of had some rhythm. I thought they screened it very well, but now they've kind of gone in a possession where they haven't gotten the types of looks that they want to get.
Chen, pull-up jumper, that's her move, and she drills it.
And I love the ball screen and Chen's ability to play, you know, in that mid-range area.
Coming from behind, Cunningham thought she had Baldwin tied up. Baseline drive, no man's land. Grace Stone takes it away.
Great defensive possession for the Tigers. Really did a good job of second efforts defensively.
Princeton trying to make it a 1-possession game. Chen pull-up jumper. Can't make it 2 in a row, but Mitchell there.
Well, she is hard to block out.
Cunningham, 3-ball won't roll in. Rivers, another rebound. And then taken away by St. Rose.
Yeah.
Chen ahead. Right over the top of the 6'5" Baldwin. It's a 2-point game.
Princeton gaining some momentum out of their defensive play. I thought they've had a couple good defensive possessions, able to create offense out of defense.
Grace Stone thought she got a deflection. Collins will trigger it, and
Whoa.
it goes. I don't even think she saw the hoop.
Wow, Collins has been a difference maker in this game. Off the bench, again delivering timely finishes.
She is 6 of 7. Stone looking for the answer. Rivers skying, but it gets poked away by Chen.
3rd offensive rebound of the half for Chen.
Chen, fade away. Too strong. This time it's Hayes in traffic with the board. Rivers pass ahead. Beautiful dime. James cashes it off glass.
Rivers doing a great job of getting past half court, shortening the pass. That's a difficult pass to deliver, but timely and effective.
Hayes pulling on her jersey. She says, I need a breather. This has been back and forth. And then James with the pick. And it's good. She goes coast to coast, and NC State with an 8-point lead.
Playing out of their defense, getting offensive scoring from strong defensive play.
This is the largest lead of the game. Collins, she doesn't need to see the hoop. She knows where it's at, puts it in. And then a beautiful pass from Rivers to James. And then she takes it away. Defense to offense, and NC State is rolling. NC State starting the fourth quarter on an 8-4 run, and now they lead by 8, their largest lead of the game inside the Huntsman Center here. 7-10 matchup. How'd they put this run together, Coach?
They're getting things done in the paint. And it's not offensive rebound, it's more dribble drives, getting play out of their defense. They've been very, very effective at turning defense into offense at this point. And this is a pivotal point for Princeton. Princeton's got to dig in. This is a team that's used to having the lead. Now they've got to play catch up.
NC State with so many injuries, they only have 8 healthy bodies. All 8 have scored, and all 8 have at least 2 rebounds. St. Rose's jumper, it will stay Tiger possession after the miss.
Tigers ball.
A 6-0 NC State run over the last minute.
They've just been effective, I think, at staying in plays with Princeton, making it very difficult to find space, to finish on a regular basis. But Princeton has got to gain some possessions now. They get an offensive rebound. They've got to play defense in a way to create offense.
Trey Stone triggers the jumper, leaves it short. NC State can make it a 10-point advantage or 11 with a 3.
Yeah, NC State putting the ball in Rivers' hands. You can see a lot of structure to what they're trying to do right here.
And Cunningham, a little bit too much extra contact. That's her 4th.
Yeah,
and she's one of their better defenders.
No question.
Number 4 on
But look, staring at an 8-point deficit. That you start to get a little anxious, try to create too much defensively at this point. The Wolfpack seem pretty content to put the ball in Rivers' hands and run a little offense.
Ruby leaving her senior on the floor. Brown Turner, I think Cunningham might have got a piece of that. That one was not close. A chance to take a bite out of this lead. Chen takes off, pull-up jumper, no good.
The Wolfpack doing a good job of making them play on a bounce with a contest, and it's been hard for the Tigers to finish.
Rivers, her 3 is no good. And now Princeton trying to run. Madison St. Rose will pull the 3. And that one continues the Princeton drought. They are shooting 20% in this second half. They've made just 1 of their last 9 shots, but thrown away, and so they'll get it right back.
This is time for a little execution, trying to get Chen a closeout or a ball screen, something where she can create a little bit, get Cunningham in a position to knock down a 3. The Tigers this is an important possession for them.
Chen, what a shot. Little jump hook. It won't go. Brown Turner. That one rattles out. Chen with the motor gets rejected. Rivers read that perfectly and threw that one out of bounds.
Rivers hasn't scored, but her impact on the game has been tremendous. Look at the length on that play. What she's done to run the offense, what she's done on the glass rebounding has really been a difference maker for the Wolfpack.
She's got 7 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Mitchell with a board. Chen had a 3 instead. Kicks it to Stone, had to have it, and they got it.
Yeah.
It's a 5-point game, 3 minutes to go.
No question. Offensive rebounding leads a lot of times to open 3s, and Stone knocks it down. Much needed for the Tigers.
Double team comes, and Stone picks it.
She's been everywhere. Really been a player that is making a difference here in the latter part.
Stone on the bounce, kicks it to Mitchell, leaves it off the rim.
Great penetration by Stone. That's one Mitchell will want to finish.
That would have pulled Princeton to within 3. Westmore talking to Sanaya Rivers.
Middle pick and roll. Good distribution.
Collins open. And that one you can hear banging off the back of the rim. Stone won't go in. And now the tie-up, and it will remain NC State basketball under 2 minutes to go in a 2-possession game.
Wolfpack ball. Here's number 5, Jada Boyd checking in.
Each team with 3 timeouts
Replacing
remaining.
River Baldwin.
And Carla Berube will take one right now.
Good timeout.
On the floor, timeout.
Wants to set that defense. They just came away with a turnover, but they just cannot cash in on the other end. Their shooting has been ice cold. Our Capital One rewarding performance. Sanaya Rivers, 7 points, 11 boards, 6 assists. She has been filling up the stat sheet.
Yes, timely scoring, but excellent rebounding. Good job of running the offense with the absence of Diamond Johnson. And she defensively can make big-time plays. At the end of the third quarter, you just saw right there, and that gave the Wolfpack confidence heading into the fourth.
It's funny talking to her coach Westmore and said she's a really laid back, really good kid. And he goes, I need her to be more intense like him. He said you can't be laid back. And I mean, it is true at some level, but off the court, she's very chill, very laid back. But on the court, that smooth demeanor, she just plays with so much grace.
Oh, but I like what she's done, not scoring-wise, but the floor game she's played, the rebounding game, the presence she's had to make her teammates better. If she adds the ability and the skill to shoot the basketball, I like her decision-making. Boy, I love her athletic ability to penetrate and create and rebound. You know, the future's ahead here. She needs to get in the gym and learn to knock those shots down regularly.
Her season high, 13 rebounds at Virginia. She's at 11. And that ball gets deflected out of bounds. Ellie Mitchell there.
Yeah, Mitchell on the ball, a 1-2-2 type of press right here. Mitchell will put a lot of length on the trap coming out of here.
So out of the timeout, Carla Berube setting up that full court defense. They have been effective at forcing turnovers. NC State has 17. They go long to James. She catches it, but can't finish.
Yeah, opportunity for the Tigers.
Chen, left hand, won't go, and Boyd rips the rebound.
Yeah, big time rebound by Boyd. Good catch by Boyd.
1:30 to go. 5-point lead for NC State.
NC State very content to run the low shot clock, probably put it in an elbow situation that we're seeing right here.
Mitchell strips it away. They say tie up, but I think Princeton would have much rather had that ball pop loose. Just 1 second remained on the shot clock, and the tie up going Princeton's way.
Yeah, slap the ball away. Mitchell down on the floor, tie up right there.
Madison Hayes, number 21, checking in.
Both teams getting after it.
Oh, they are. They are. And, you know, the scoring has been difficult in the second half. First half, boy, it had a lot of flow to it. Second half, you can see the defensive nature of both teams. Scoring has been harder to come by, but boy, it has to happen for the Tigers on this possession.
A minute to go.
1 minute.
Winner will face
left.
Utah on Sunday. Chen gets the 3 ball. It's a 2-point game.
Cunningham drawing, congestion, pitch, Chen knocks it down.
Timeout was called.
Chen with her biggest bucket of the game, and she's made 8 of them.
Whoa.
22 points.
What a timely finish.
Full timeout.
Look at Cunningham coming here. Gets in the lane right there. Great job of being on balance and helping off. I don't think Coach Moore probably wanted that much space for Chen to be able to catch and shoot. She delivers a timely three. 53 seconds, 2-point game.
Chen averages 16 points per game to lead Princeton. She's got 22. Grace Stone has been stellar. She's got 19. Cunningham also in double figures for Princeton with 14.
Yeah, Chen's a timely player. You know, she's in the Ivy Leagues 2 years now. She's been player of the tournament, player of the year in the Ivy League. She knows these big moments. And to me, she looks like she's ready for it.
One of these teams will be moving on and taking on the 2-seed Utah Utes, and one will be going home. Season over. The seniors, you know, they feel the sense of urgency in this timeout.
Probably going to see an advancement of the ball. The ball's going to come in probably right by the Wolfpack bench.
So both teams with 2 timeouts.
The foul situation is not really relative right now. You know, both teams, I believe, with 2. So that a matter of fouling is not going to come into play for a while here. It's a matter of defending for Princeton and then playing out of your defense. And for the Wolfpack, they need to score.
Princeton has been led by their defense all season. They're one of the best defenses in the nation. They need a stop. And they get it. Madison St. Rose, the freshman, takes it away.
Yeah.
Berube wants a timeout.
Timeout, Princeton.
Really strong defense for Princeton. Look at that, staying in the play. Great closeout here. Doesn't foul it. Rotation by Mitchell on the baseline. Timely turnover. Chen's got it right up the floor. Timeout, side out of bounds. Probably something they've practiced on a daily basis.
So now Princeton down by 2. Caitlin Chen has led the way with 8 made field goals. She's got 22 points. We mentioned Stone with 19, Cunningham with 14. What do you think Carla Berube is going to draw up here, Coach?
I think the ball's got to ultimately get into Chen's hands. Now, I don't know if it has to come immediately. You might like a situation where there's ball movement, you get a closeout situation, but put the ball in Chen's hands. I got a feeling Coach Berube is somewhere in it. She has delivered time and time again, and this is a situation where players make their legends.
It's a 2-point game. If you want the go-ahead 3, Grace Stone has hit 4 in this game. Cunningham into the lane, no good, ripped down by Boyd. And now ahead to Brown Turner. And Princeton has to foul. That is just their 3rd, and 14 seconds to go.
Yeah,
Number 10,
you're going to see some very quick fouls right here, but Wolfpack staying in place. Great job not fouling. It's very important to not foul that, and that rebound is a crowd big-time rebound.
Yeah, that was big time by Jada Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd went and got that ball. That's huge in a crowd.
So the immediate whistle. Melissa Barlow, our official, running over to the table. And I'm not sure what she's looking at here. Checking the clock to see exactly how much time is on it in a one-possession game.
Yeah, exactly. And
so
if you're looking at the timeout situation, Wolfpack have 2. Princeton has 1. So the ability to advance the ball for Princeton probably will be used up. But you're seeing Wes Moore talk to his team right there. Hey, we got a timeout if we need it.
they want to try to get the ball to Brown-Turner, who's an 80% foul shooter.
Yeah.
Or 78 to be exact. Jada Boyd, 79% foul shooter. Camille Hobby on the bench actually leads the team at 85%. Looking over the top, and it's taken away! And they call timeout, their last timeout.
Yep.
The defense coming up big with the steal. And Princeton staying alive.
Look at the length right there. Deflection, catch, timeout, well disciplined. Now the ball will advance. They got a chance to talk about it. And that's what Princeton's built on. They want to make a stop. But now, because of trailing, they got to make a score here. And you're talking about 12 seconds to make that score.
That could have been Stone's 5th foul. If the ball would have been entered, she would have had to have reached out. She's got 4 fouls. St. Rose has 4 fouls, and Cunningham has 4 fouls. For NC State, the only player with 4 is Jada Boyd. As Melissa Barlow, our lead official, over to the monitor again to make sure exactly how much time. But how about the Princeton defense? 5 steals for Ellie Mitchell to go with 4 blocks, and Grace Stone with 4 steals of her own.
Yeah, great deflection, wonderful. See the catch? Boom. And then understanding of time and score to call timeout, advance the ball, have an organized set for an opportunity to tie or win the game.
Oh, Coach, nerves of steel by both these teams as
Yeah.
they head out.
Isn't that,
Game on the line.
isn't that the beauty and the challenge of March Madness? It's coming down to 1 possession. Princeton has the ball, side out of bounds, 12 seconds, down 2.
Chin will take the ball out of bounds.
But keep an eye on her. She may be taking it out of bounds, but the ball may end up very quickly back in her hands.
First available shot for Chin.
Yeah.
First available good shot, or are you looking for the last shot here with 12.7?
No, I'm going to take a good shot, and I'm open-minded to the 3.
We're checking the monitor over here.
If it happens to be a 3, this is a team, especially if it's in a player that we trust at the 3-point line. That's an opportunity to win the game.
Princeton is not a great 3-point shooting team. They shoot 31%. In terms of percentages, Grace Stone, and so they're looking, the clock does not start when it gets tipped. It did not start until Grace Stone touches it right here. So when they have it as 12.7 on the clock, that will be, I'd say, probably down near 11.
Exactly.
And so they do set the clock now, 11.0. So Chen is clutch, but just a 29% 3-point shooter. They don't need a 3 to extend this into overtime. They need a deuce. Grace Stone, got it!
Whoa! Flare screen, 3, well executed.
Princeton with a 1-point lead, 4.7 seconds left.
Nerves of steel. Great screening, and Stone delivers a timely 3.
That is her 5th made 3 of the game, and she's got 22. This is so clutch.
How about the great screen? Does that look familiar? Does that play look familiar to you? That's going back to the one we showed earlier. Wonderful screening, and Stone, nerves of steel, nails it.
You gotta love that for Grace Stone, the senior. Averages just under 10 points a game. She's got 22, 5 boards, 4 steals. Have yourself a game, Grace.
I just love the flare screening action here. Look at the freshman delivering a timely screen. See the separation there? That gets Stone time. And now Princeton's in a familiar situation, but they got to defend. You know, this is a team built on defense. I got a feeling they're comfortable in making a stop, but the Wolfpack have played an outstanding game. And we're going to be another timeout here, a little more to talk about.
NC State will take another, a 30. Princeton, no timeouts left. And for NC State, that is also their final timeout. You mentioned it comes down to this. This entire game coming down. It's a 1-point game here, 4.7 seconds left. Coach, who does NC State go to?
You know, I think Rivers is going to get a chance, but they would love to get the ball to Brown Turner. I think, you know, and they're well defined here too. Don't be surprised if you see another flare screen and you got Brown Turner kind of seeking a spot. Rivers may handle on the initial, and then a flare screen of some type for Brown Turner to catch and finish.
4.7 seconds. If NC State happens to score very quickly, Princeton cannot advance.
NC State ball on the side.
Rivers is going to catch the inbound.
James, stonewalled, and they're not even going to get a shot off. Princeton's defense holds, and they're moving on. They pull off the upset in Salt Lake City. The 10 seed out of the Ivy League getting it done against NC State.
Wow, just all the things you love about March Madness, but also some of the difficult things when you see this Wolfpack, who played a marvelous game.
Princeton's defense has led them all season long, and it comes up big. The freshman who got better and better as the season moved on, moving her feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing the hands to the officials. No cheap fouls in a situation. Just exactly what Princeton basketball is about, making a defensive stop, making a timely play. And there's Coach coming over.
Carla Berube. Carla Berube comes over with a huge sigh and says, I need some water. She just coached her tail off. That was an outstanding game, Coach, and I know you love it. There were so many behind-the-scenes moves between those two.
Oh, it really was. In a game of runs, but the last run to the Princeton Tigers. And the execution, the screen, Stone catching that flare screen, the freshman setting the screen, and that finish was big time.
We sure appreciate your support.
Coach is getting a look at it for the first time here with us.
What a shot by Grace Stone, your senior, and Coach Carla Berube in her 4th year at Princeton for the 2nd year in a row. You just made history. You're the first Ivy League team that's ever advanced back-to-back seasons, Coach, and it came down to the wire. That last play that you drew up out of the timeout, walk me through what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's stone cold Grace Stone right there.
You got to take my job. I love that, Stone Cold.
It's something we had run before, and just have all the confidence in the world in Grace, and made a really big shot. In Maddie St. Rose, great screen for her, right? We executed it well.
Well, Coach, she went down to the other end, your freshman. Stayed in that play. That was big time.
Yep, we'd seen that play before, so we had an idea what was going to happen, and just sat on that left hand. And James is such a great driver, and and then dove on the floor, and then the clock ran out, and pandemonium. It was awesome. It was an absolute grind. That was tough. NC State was tough and so incredibly athletic, and we just missed some bunnies and some shots. But then when we needed to, we got the stops we needed to, and.
You were down by 2 possessions late. What were you telling your team?
Just defend like you can. We wanted to get a couple of quick fouls, but then we got the steal that we needed to get an extra possession. We rely on our defense. We rely on getting stops, and they came up big. Ellie's very undersized versus their post, and she just kept. She was tough. And we were all tough, and I'm just so proud of the team, and we're advancing. It's amazing.
How satisfying is this, Coach?
It is unbelievable. But we never gave up. Everybody in that huddle, everybody was locked in and believed, and it's awesome. It was
Well, it's a little bit of a microcosm of your season. Starting out 0-2 in the Ivy League, and then going on that streak, hanging in this game. You mentioned the climb to me, man.
Yeah.
kept your feet moving, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a climb. That was tough. I thought we came out of it at halftime the way we had been playing, and that third quarter was great. But they came back, and we just stayed resilient and just kept working, kept climbing, and yeah, until that clock is finally out, we're not giving up. So just so extremely proud of my team, my staff, the team around the team, our fans. Let's go Princeton men's team tomorrow. It is so great to be a Tiger. I'm just so thrilled for Mitch and his guys, and we're going to keep on going here.
Oh, man, you came over after the game. You said, I need some water. You're going to go get doused in the locker room.
My
I'll
hair.
leave you to that.
My hair, oh no.
I'll leave you to that. Coach,
All right.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And best of luck
All right,
on
thank
Sunday. And now we're going to flip the headset over to the senior Grace Stone, getting a hug from her coach, Carla Berube. She called you stone cold, Grace. Is that what she always calls you? That was absolutely clutch.
Thank you.
Nerves of steel. What were you thinking in that timeout, knowing the play was called for you?
I mean, we've been in this position before. We've been in tight games. We've executed that exact same play before, and I've pulled through. And I have all the confidence in my teammates. If I miss that shot, they're going to get that rebound. So it's hard not to shoot with confidence when you have the teammates that I do.
Just a great execution down here, and it came down to a defensive stop, which I got a feeling that's what you're all built on.
Yeah, that's who we are. That's how we know we're going to win games. I think that whenever we're down, whenever we're not shooting well, we know that we can get enough stops to come back, to crawl our way back into every single game. And as you can see, that's exactly what we did.
You had 4 steals today, a huge one, when you probably thought you were going to have to reach out and foul and maybe pick up your 5th. Instead, you get the turnover. Cunningham had tipped it. What was going through your mind there? You survived. It wasn't going to be a trip for them to the foul line, and you get the ball back.
I mean, we all were in foul trouble. We all had 4, so we knew we had to be super careful. I knew that Julia can get her hands on anything. That girl's got super long arms, so I just made sure that I tracked the ball and came down with it.
You guys are moving on to the round of 32. You did it last year, and you came up a point short. What's your mindset with a chance on Sunday to make it to the Sweet 16?
We're not ready to go home. We've been in these situations. We've worked all year to get to this spot. I think that we're ready for this moment, and we just have to spend from here on out preparing for the Utah Utes, so we're excited.
Well, congratulations, Grace.
Congrats.
The play of the tournament so far, outstanding. The go-ahead 3. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you.
You bet. That is Grace Stone, the senior. And it's going to be the 10-seed Princeton Tigers moving on to face the 2-seed Utah Utes. It's going to be defense versus offense. Princeton holding teams in the 50s, and Utah scoring 84 a game. Woo! I need some water, Coach.
Yeah, going to be a good one.
For Dan Hughes, I'm Elise Woodward for our entire crew here in Salt Lake City. What a game. Princeton, a 1-point win, and they move on.